Well, howdy folks, and welcome to the stream. Hello everyone, how are you? How are you? All beautiful, stunning. You're all looking breathtaking today. I'm very, very happy to see you all. Yeah? Rose Dolly has arrived. Let me bow to thee, the queen. Morning, good afternoon. Hello, Miko Artist. Hello, CT Illustrations. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you are. Rina Tenshi. Good hello. Good hello. I was going to say good morning, and then I realised it's afternoon for me, so it doesn't make sense for me to say that. Hello, Hope Eternia. Welcome. Hi. Wow, the stream gods really were fighting me today. I turned on my computer and it's like, you need to update. And it's like, okay, I'll update. And then I updated, and streaming causes my CPU to like go excessive anyway. And my CPU tends to run around about 40 to 50% when I'm streaming, and like it was like, no, you're not going to load anything, it's great. No! So I was struggling to load, but yes. Hello 1C1. Oh, thank you. I love these little ears. They're just little hook-ons. They're fantastic. You can get these from most like cosplay stores. I know some places do them quite cheap. I actually got mine off Amazon a long time ago. And I got my halfling ears, which are painted, because that's when I did my cosplay of Not the Brave. But yes, I'm channeling my D&D character today, because today I get to play Peony, and I'm so excited. Peony's a new D&D character, which, funnily enough, I don't know if you guys in the stream know about her, and I'm so excited. So I play a bi-weekly game with Isabella, and it's because the people that I play with, they have another game that runs on a Sunday, and I decided, like, I only want to do really, try and fit it in my schedule. I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I found myself itching to play another game recently, and they invited me, like literally after the stream last week. I was chilling on the sofa, I was really comfy, and I got a message from one of the guys who I play with, and he was like, would you be up for joining a game in like 15 minutes? And I was like, yes! Yes! I will join immediately! So I had like 15 minutes to come up with a character, to think of her design, to think on what I wanted, and I was like, okay, I'll play Druid. Easy for me to play. Druid's one of my favourite classes to play. I'll play that. I already had some art that I kind of played around with, which I'm working on something right now, which I'm not going to show because it's not safe for work right now, because it's in the nude stage. But this is Peony. Peony's my new D&D character. She is a high elf that fell into this realm from the Feywild when she got far too drunk at a frat party. Has no idea how she ended up in this realm. She just thought it was a wicked hangover. I've given her a Scottish accent because I've been wanting to practice my Scottish accent for a long time, because I want to get better at it. Mainly because I like doing lots of different accents as a DM. I feel like it helps enrich a world. So Peony is sort of angry, she's abrasive, she's chaotic, neutral, and she's covered in tattoos. Like they're all Peony tattoos, and on the back she has a massive spider, which I recently found out that that's what happened at the frat party. She made a deal with the Spider King at the frat party and ends up with this tattoo. So there's flavor text, because we're in this sort of like land of misfits. Her tattoos move, guys. she can make the flowers open and close, like the spider appears and disappears, and like sometimes she'll have like butterflies that will be on her skin. So I just thought it was a really cool flavor text, and it's because like we have people who have like symbiotes, who we've got like dragon centaurs and everything. So it's a really cool concept. I'm very excited. It's only the second session, it's gonna be fun. But already last session, you've got to understand, as I kind of didn't know how I ended up in this film. Like, you know, one minute you're absolutely drinking it up with a bunch of pirate folk, and next thing you know, you end up face down in the middle of the grass. It's not exactly the best of circumstances, let's be honest. But yeah, I love it. I love her. So yeah, if you recognise the art that's on the left, and it's because we did a palette challenge with this character, and I sort of had the rough concept and designed it from there. So this is Peony, and I've been working on, this is the concept that I've got. I wanted to do like a sort of piece in reference to her like connection with the Spider King. But I really wanted to expose a lot of tattoos, so I want to do a front version and a back version so we can see the spider on her back. Yeah, you know. You know, because I can. She's very simple, but Isabella Lavender is still number one. Yeah, she's extremely abrasive, to the point. Like, she's like, I just want to go back to town and get me coat. Like, I came running out, and next thing you know, giants are attacking the city, and you expect me to not, you know, react to that? What do you expect from me? But yeah, I'm very excited to play. Me and the DM have been in talks, and I might get to make her evil, which will be so much fun. My CPU is having a moment. Sorry, I kept saying encoder overload. I've never seen that before. I can also see that it's sending the CPU up to 50%. That's not good, is it? That's not very fun. I didn't get a notification. What is this, YouTube? Yeah, I know that I was meant to start at 1:30 because of basically my computer was doing a hacking update, and I was trying to sort that out. Why are you... I'm gonna have to investigate this another day, because our OBS encoder. Now let me try something. I've got to go to settings. It might not let me do this while I'm streaming. Okay. I'm gonna go to video. Ah, okay. I might have my canvas resolution is too high. Okay, how do I do that? Recording say, yeah, I don't care about recording. Let's bring you, let's go to blah 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 blah. Hi, sorry, I'm sorting out, it's having an issue with the CPU right now, so I'm just checking output. Okay, yeah, tune that down a notch or to go to settings, video, resolution. I can't do that. Not while I'm doing this. Gab! Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna try that and see if that works. Hi, Gab Dominates. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hello, Werecat. Sorry, I know this isn't interesting at all. I'm just gonna try another thing as well to bring it like down. You're so sweet, thank you. Hi. This is the technical side of things that you guys don't see very often on. It's the most garish second I can find. Hi. How are you? Output. Recording with a software encoder at different quality than the stream. I don't want to stream and record at the same time, so that is absolutely fine. Okay, we're going to go to settings, video. I want to change the output it won't let me do it. Okay, well, let me do it while I'm streaming. That's alright. Hello! Hi! Open widget. Oh my gosh. Dear Lord. Got a thunderstorm. I'm jealous. Absolutely jealous. The weather's been unbearable, hasn't it? I've not been impressed with it at all. This last week has just been not very good to play around with. We got my new watercolors yesterday. Very cheap and very vibrant. Ooh, damn. Okay. That's the best I can do right now. You'll have to do with it. Not much I can do while it's streaming, let's be honest. Stream just froze. Ugh. Shouldn't have done. Oh dear. Yeah, it's been very warm in the UK. I like how we haven't even started the stream yet, and I'm already having issues. Okay, so you guys stay right here. I'll be right back, okay? Just need to, like, elf ears. Just stay here. I'm just going to adjust some settings and I'll be right back, okay? The stream is going to temporarily end, okay? It's because it's causing my CPU to go over 50%, so we're having some issues with the thingy playing around. So give me 2 secs, okay? Be back in 2 seconds. No panicking. Okay, I'm back. I'm hoping that has helped. I don't know if it will. It's definitely going to require a bit more playing around with. Oh my god. Yeah, it's sometimes like with the streams, an issue that I do find is it caused my computer to go like and like my computer isn't the best for streaming. It is an older Mac, so sometimes it's sort of like has issues with doing a lot of stuff at once, but streaming in particular causes my Mac to just completely come down to a slow, which is okay, but it's not ideal. And I find that particularly OBS just crushes my computer's capabilities, which is not fun, you know, especially considering I want to do things. I'm back. Oh, thank you, Alice Art. This is actually a reused asset from the Enchanted Forest colouring book. Well, it's the Kickstarter. Your sofa is rumbling with thunder. Oh, what are we doing today? Do you know what? I haven't really decided. So, I thought we might do a sketch request stream. Only because the original plan was to do, not sponsored. The original plan was to do the drawing Disney characters from memory. But I need a mod for that to be able to do the questions and stuff. And I haven't really gotten around to asking anyone for that. So, yeah, this is my creepy bee cup. Look at it. I love it. It's so creepy. I love it. It says, "Be kind." Lycan Child, welcome. Mwah! Hi, Evelisa. It's been a while. So yeah. So because we don't really have mods for this stream. I say we have mods for this stream, but they always, you know, it means that if a mod is on the stream, they have to be there for the entire stream. You know, it's a Sunday. Not everyone wants to like spend their entire Sunday doing that. So, hi, how are you? Oh, hello, Yukian. So it's a sketch request stream. The way these sketch request streams work is, we can do character suggestions, but the more fun ones I find are when we mash things together. So, for example, here is from the last sketch request stream. And what we did was we did a few different things. We had Lloyd come back, you know, all hail Lloyd, our Lloyd and Sabia. Oh, I'll stop myself. We had a snake eating a lollipop. We had a sunflower ballerina. We had a mouse gardener. We had a nun bird, and we had a character request. Now, these sketch request streams are really fun. I've done a few of them before. We've done them quite a few times. Like, we've had mermaid request streams where we've done like different mermaids. We've done an actual like proper sketch requests where, you know, we've done like plant characters. But if you want to see the best stream ones, I've got to scroll through now, haven't I? We can't not talk about, you know, stream art without including the OG. Let me see if I can find it. I have a lot of art in here, guys. Be careful. Okay, so this is the sketch requests. As you can see, we have a buttery pancake boy. You know, this is when stuff gets like really fun. You can request characters and OCs in the Discord. That's absolutely fine. But we have Pancake Boy. We've had characters in the past. We've did it strictly a character stream, I think, where we were doing mainly characters. We did a Star Child. We had an owl and the fox reading books. We had oh my gosh, Fingy from Our House. I think it's Ida. We've had character requests. We've had an Animal Crossing bat villager, a two-headed dragon like sharing a jumper, a mushroom fairy. We've had we've had hamsters. We've had Prickles eating a leaf. We've had leaf children. We've had a jellyfish. Like, we've had to like, this one's so cute. More character requests. This is actually from a stream design. More character requests. So yeah, The streams do get wild, guys. All hail the ham. I know, YouTube. Well, YouTube decided that last week's the last stream that we did was going to be demonetized. Apparently some of the topics we were discussing were a little bit too... No, it was more the music, if I'm honest. And unfortunately, one of the copyright free playlists I was listening to wasn't copyright free. Isn't that always a laugh? We've no, that's from the sketch requests I've just shown you there. That's from like ages. Wait, I'm talking like that's months of like sketch requests. So we've done quite a few. I've done quite a few sketch request streams, just because they're really fun to do, and like you guys sometimes come up with really cool ideas that I could not have thought of, which then end up being, you know, a little bit, you know, spicy. All right, so I need to get a pen. Oh yeah, another thing that happened, I picked up on my iPad and my pencil hadn't charged. I was just like, people don't, you know, what does want me to stream today? We need a pen. I'm looking around for a pen. There's a pen right in front of me. Let's get the little piece of paper so that we can write these things down. Okay. Stream requests. Alright. I already see a few things that look really fun. We're gonna use my notepad. You can get this up in the store now. Shh. Shh. Okay. Explicit stream. It's too spicy. It's too spicy for YouTube. We use too much oregano. We should know YouTube doesn't like any spice milder than pepper. I'll shut up now. A crime. I see. Oh, steampunk tiefling. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's have a look. What else is in the chat? Yeah, Pokemon from memory was really fun. Lichen Child. Ooh. You can put the suggestions from you can either put the suggestions in the chat, or if you have like specific references, if you want to use stream memes, you can put it in there. Ooh, Lichen Child. A flower. Oh my gosh, I've never done one of those before. Yes, you can put OCs in the chat. A dapper badger? Oh my gosh. A rutabaga. Is that how you say that? Rutabaga rabbit. Pickles in a top hat. Oh. Do you mean prickles? Or do you mean actual pickles that you eat? No, I just had this idea of like prickles looking at a pickle being like, what the hell are you? You want another sexy? Okay, we'll do another sexy dragon. Okay. We can do it on waffles. And a taco. Oh my god. That's fine. Natasha, I was just picturing like this pickle just being like, hey. You want lavender X Mimi? Okay. I believe we do that. I think we've done that every other sketch request stream. I like doing it though. Let's have a look. Ooh, Metal Warrior Child. Hello. Oh! So before I start, do you want to see this month's Patreon print? We have a lot of suggestions already. Holy smokes. Mockingbird. Big confused at small. How about nerdy crafter and a sister as fey creatures or creatures of darkness? Ooh, okay, you want to see this month's Patreon? Okay, so for this month of Patreon, we had the theme of Layla. Layla, the Summer Witch, with her faithful companion Pitta, which you guys helped me design in the last stream. So Layla's design has been finalized. This is what she looks like. I'm really happy with this. It's very creatures of darkness. Sorry, I was gonna saw creatures of darkness. It'll make me laugh. So this is Layla. This is Layla's final design, and Pitta's final design is here as well. So we've got Layla and Pitta. Alright, so for this month for Patreon, not only will they get prints, there is a sticker bar which they get, as well as a sticker of Layla and a sticker of Pitta. And that's just that. So I actually had the paper arrive yesterday, so I haven't had time to print the print yet. But this is this month's Patreon print and this month's colouring page. The way I do it with the themes is I'll either, so say if I'm doing for Patreon, it's just like lots of with Patreon I basically make the colouring page part of the Patreon print, just because then when I'm colouring it in, Patreons can colour along as well. But yeah, so this is this month's print. I just thought it'd be really fun, instead of just having her like at so instead of just having her at the bar, which is something I thought, I actually wanted to show Pitta being ridden. So as you can see, he's giant. He's a big critter. He's huge. But that's only because Layla's much smaller as well. Layla, in comparison to the other characters, is only 3'4", so she's quite small. So she is like quite smaller, and she uses Pitta to help her gather ingredients. And Pitta's favorite drink that she makes is watermelon crush. That's why the sticker is eaten like a giant watermelon. Species of Pitta is a cross between a dragon fruit, an armadillo, as well as a dragon. So we took our three favorite things and mashed them into one. On the Patreon, I have gone for the full breakdown of like the design process and a little bit more information about these two creatures. But yeah, so this is this month's Patreon print. I'm really happy with how it came out. I was playing around with the design for ages, and I just thought them walking through with all the materials that they've gathered just looked really fun, and just her just being like, oh yeah. Like, I just wanted that vibe. I think in the future I will like design her like drink shack and like go from there, but this was really fun to do. So this month's Patreon theme is actually up and being voted for right now, which I'll have to see what's winning, because I actually don't know. I never really check. I'll just let it do its thing for a while until it's like ready to go almost. So I'm gonna, okay. Let me see. So for this month, there was, for next month, sorry, every month Patreons vote for the theme. There's Philip's Great Pond Adventure, so we return to Philip the Frog, in which he is a half dragon, half frog. We've got the Ocean Princess, which is a character design that I've been umming and ahhing about doing for a while. I was thinking of doing like some more like monster-esque characters, because it's been a while since I drew them, and I wanted to do like a cross between like a coral. I was really inspired by doing the seafling, so I wanted to sort of like do that idea. So that one's winning, the Ocean Princess, and it says Coral, the princess of the ocean, seeks the treasures of the sea. So I had this sort of like idea of like what I would like to do, like diving in ocean and be very colourful and very nice. Then next, the second highest is Summer of Teacup Dragons, where we were going to do like a series of summer beverages with the teacup dragons. And the last one was Prickles' Picnic, where Prickles has arranged a picnic for him and all his friends. So I do that every single month. I put the voting up, and then the Patreons get a hand in choosing what theme goes ahead. Now sometimes it happens where like not all themes will go ahead, and yeah, that's the thing. Like I understand, don't worry, Evelisa. Like I 100% understand, like not everyone Patreons, like when you're trying to support artists, it can get very expensive, so it does happen, unfortunately. But you know, I'm just grateful for any supporting in general. Like even you watching the streams is amazing. I love it. Including Prickle's favourite giant woman. I hadn't decided exactly what was going to happen in that one yet. I was sort of like torn between aspects on what to do for Prickle's picnic. All I knew, I thought it would be really good to just draw all the critters and like have them interacting, because it's always fun to do that in general. My back is killing me at the moment. I know. So yeah, sorry, so last week obviously I didn't stream. I didn't stream because we went to the beach on that Saturday and it was so much fun. We had a great time. I saw a shipwreck. It was amazing. But thing is, kids, say kids. Thing is, people. Thing is, my fellow garden enthusiasts. If you're going to be out in the sun from like 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m, find shade, especially in the hottest part of the day. Even if you cover yourself in sunscreen I think we did it every 2 hours, and we were like caking ourselves. You will get sunburned quite badly. So on the Sunday, I wasn't too bad. My sunburn actually didn't show up until Monday. But my partner was bad. And now he catches the sun fairly easily, and that's why like we made sure that we were covering ourselves in sunscreen. And it's like factor 50 that we were covering ourselves in. And he was so sunburned. He was so bad he couldn't even walk. It was like it was bad. I mainly caught it on my back. I have like a really weird triangle, like it looks like an Illuminati, because of like my way my top was, and I was getting covered in sunscreen like every 2 hours. I don't burn fairly easily. I have to be out in the sun for an excessive amount of time, and I don't catch the sun too easily, but my back is peeling and I can't reach it, and it's itching. You know when like you have skin peeling and it makes your skin very, very itchy, but you can't really itch it because the skin is like really raw and sore, because it's damaged at the end of the day. Oh my god, I could just like put myself in like against the Brillo pad and just do that with my back. I'll be fantastic right now. Yeah. So like the day that we went out was the Saturday, and that was the day where it hit highs of like 42, 45. And where we were, it was a solid, because we went to Southport, it was a solid, I think it came to about 33 in the middle of the day. This is degrees Celsius. If you're Fahrenheit, that's around about 85 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on where you are. Now, because we're at the sea, we're feeling this beautiful breeze. We didn't feel it. It was fantastic. But for me, it wasn't the sunburn. I get really bad heat rash, and my legs broke out like there was no tomorrow. So, yeah, my legs were spicy. yeah, they've slowly calmed down now, but I've been having to use cortisone cream on my legs because it's sort of like, it's kind of like a sun allergy in a sense, where my skin will break out quite badly. And you might have seen it in some videos as well, like where my hands get a little bit bumpy and red and sore. This also happens on my feet, like quite badly. So, oh my god, my back is killing me. Come on. This spot in my back is absolutely murdering me right now. It's like a really tight. I need to crunch it so bad. Yeah, so folks, if you are like me and you... I lost me here! If you are like me and you do, like, end up in that situation, things I do recommend. Lots of really cold baths. Oh lord, it was so good. Yeah. I also sneeze when I'm out in, like, when it's too bright, or my eyes will water like crazy if it's too bright. I say when it's too bright, like if I go outside now without any sunglasses, because it's quite sunny, this is where all this beautiful light is coming from, on my left, my eyes will just be tearing, and it winds me up. I'm like, just put makeup on! Okay, so, hear me out. What if it's not a pancake, but a waffle? Okay, we're gonna get our basic shape down. Yeah, my hands blister too. So much fun, you know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna draw ourselves some, like, waffles. They're square. Oh, they should have been round, shouldn't they? Ugh, I'm an idiot. Let me clear that. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You need to have like that, you know, that crispy line that you get when you, like, put them in a waffle toaster. Waffle laugh, waffle laugh. And there was heat lightning. See, the only time, like, I've really experienced, like, really bad, like, thunder and lightning, no, there's been a few times, let's be honest. So there's been a few times, but, like, I think the worst, like, heat lightning I ever experienced was when we went to Florida in, like, 2012. Oh my god. And I'm terrified of lightning. Yeah, hydrated, lotion, like, do whatever you can, like, to, because I've got, like, aloe vera lotions. I have aloe vera lotions anyway, and, like, I've just been like that on my back, like, every few hours. Like, moisturize me. Gonna get someone to follow me around with a hose. Moisturize me. Yeah, the weather's been crazy though, hasn't it? Let's be honest. I have a feeling I'm gonna struggle to draw today. That's why I was gonna do the sketch request streams, cause it helps me concentrate. I think I'm just too excitable today. I mean, come on, I've been streaming for like nearly an hour and all I've done is chat. Also, if you're taking SSRI depressants like sertraline or citalopram, you are more susceptible to overheating and dehydration. Really? That's super interesting. I didn't know that. I stopped taking antidepressants because they were subscribed. They were basically subscribed. I got a subscription for them, guys. Mighty good subscription. I got a prescription for him for fibro because antidepressants can help, because fibro is a chemical imbalance that's in your brain, which is causing nerve endings to kind of like fire off without them actually. So they're like, hey, you're in pain, when the actual reality is like your body's not in pain, your nerve ends think that it's in pain. So I overheat a lot. I'm alright right now, which is quite surprising because I'm wearing like this, which is like a cropped with like these like capri, like sort of I don't know why I did that. I've been streaming for 40 minutes. I'm too excitable today. And we live in one of those places that gets tornadoes, earthquakes, severe thunderstorms, flooding. Holy smokes! And here's me going, oh, the UK's warm. Oh my lord. Okay, let's just do like some semblance of a waffle so that we can get like our idea of what we're doing. What kind of waffle? Like, for me, if I'm having waffles, my favourites have to be like the ones with all the fruits on. Smack! I don't know why I did that. Oh no! Amateurs can fudge and potato. Oh, they got you sick. Oh no. Oh, that's the worst. She thick. Yeah, you gotta be thick. Well, yeah, because like if you're gonna have, if you're gonna have if you're gonna have waffles, they need to have like syrup on them, don't they? We've hardened to the cold. Oh god, that just reminded me of we have a lot of stupid moments in our D&D games, which I'm really hoping when we start the second arc, not the second arc of this campaign, but when we do one-shots, I'd love to do recordings of them, because there's an idea that I want to do where like I create these modules and then people can reuse those modules in their own games or like for their own one-shots and this, that and the other. And you know, it'll be fun. They'll be giving it to all those other beautiful Patreons so that they can play it in their own time. And this, that and the other. And we've been trying out a few different systems, so it'd be really fun. And when we're set, like, it's basically like, it's something I've thought about doing for a while, because we've been doing our current campaign now for, it will be 2 years in August, and they're only getting to like halfway point through the campaign. And if we started streaming that, I think it would be a bit too like it's fully charged now. It wasn't fully charged earlier. I think like if we started like halfway through the campaign, I don't think it'd be very fun for people to watch. So we thought like, okay, so if we do it, we're gonna start off with one shots and we could do like a podcast series with it. One of the ones we want to do is Barbies and Beholders, where we do a very similar system to what's the game called now? One where you're all bears. What's that one called? I think it's called like Honey Heist. There you are. We were thinking of doing like a similar system to Honey Heist, and doing that. This is all planned by one of the players, and we thought about play testing it a few times as one shots before like sort of like putting the assets together and making it more available to people. Mainly because we love stuff like this. You made me want to go up there and crash your D&D notes. Yeah, we get stupid. Oh lord. There's just some moments in there that are very silly. But yeah, so like our current campaign has been going for 2 years, and I'm very excited. I really do love it. and it's been one of my favourite games to run because they've been amazing. They're fantastic players. They're really interesting with me. Like I say, interesting. They're very understanding with me because I'm more of a storyteller than I'm a mechanics person, and this game they're very RP and they do enjoy their RP a lot, so that's probably why the game's mechanics wise has run a lot slower, but it's meant that they've built up and built up and built up throughout the campaign. So they've made like really strong relationships, and it's really nice. It really is. It's so lovely. And I'm going to be very, very sad when this campaign ends, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, we've had a good time. We've had a really good time. Sexy leg on the... Just need to stretch out that leg. There you are. See, this is what happens when you come to these streams. Oh, buttery boy. I've not been able to play since before the pandemic. Oh gosh. Like, I even thought about, like, say as a stretch goal for Patreon, that I could run a one-shot for the Patreons themselves. I mean, I don't know how interested people would be in that. But it could be a potential thing, but we could do it online. And we could do it through the Discord. And people could listen to it. So then if people didn't want to participate, they could just sort of like, you know, be able to listen. So my organisation plans turned into 3D anatomy practice. That's not too bad. I need to sort that tail out, don't I? Even thought about just doing a one shot for the Discord, if I'm honest. I only knew more people into D&D. Well, I met my Tuesday group through Reddit, and I've met my Sunday group because of one of the players in my Tuesday group. Tried online D&D. The group got frustrated when I had to stop for the kids. Oh my god. I love that Buttery Boy is literally doing boudoir photography and smiles. I need to like strengthen this leg out though, I think. Definitely needs strengthening. Oh boy. I have noticed we're getting a little bit of pixelation issues when I'm coming in and out. I don't know how to fix that without like ending the stream and like playing around with the settings a bit too much. And I don't want to do that again since we've already had to do that once during this stream. So I do apologise if we're having some stuttering issues with the artwork itself, but it seems okay ish. We need to bring that splat out a little bit more, don't we? Just because then it's I met a D&D group for your Discord. Oh really? Oh, that's so cool. Pour some syrup on me. It's really, it's not really covered anatomy allowed in the Discord, especially. I mean, if it's for art practice, I personally don't see the issue. I know some people don't want to see nudity. You could put like spoilers. I mean, can you do spoilers on mobile now? Or is that still not available? Da 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 da. We're just gonna do this because I have time to play around. We've got like 20 odd requests, so still should do these properly, shouldn't I? And put them into like. I personally don't have an issue with anatomy. Flash dance. Like, the only reason why I say that, Liliana, is like literally I can speak for myself. I personally don't have an issue with it. But I don't know how other people feel about nudity. Yeah, it's not that I'm trying to say like it's complicated for some people, but I don't know how other people feel about nudity. I can't speak for everyone else on that Discord. I personally don't. I mean, I would do a not safe for work channel, or like not safe for work sketches or something, but you would have to be 18 and over to be able to be in that. Or like, a dragon bursting out of a pour some sugar on me. Like, but with like the syrup looking like hair. Like, so like, okay, let's say this is your bottle of syrup. You've got me off on a tangent now. Right? And like, this is it. And like, the dragon is just like, pour some syrup on me. And it's like, head is like thrown back, like, yes. Like, so it's like this, and the head is like being thrown back as if like going, yes. But it's like syrup just being flicked everywhere. I could do. I don't want to be. It sounds really silly. I have drawn stuff that's not safe for work that I don't publish up online. The main reason being is, as a children's illustrator, even though that stuff is fantastic for my portfolio, because, you know, it shows a diversity in work. As I am a children's illustrator, I have to sort of like be careful with the content that I'm putting up online. If it's madly not safe for work, I'll like post it, but if it's you know, a little bit more, I won't post it. I just mainly do stuff for practice, or if I have like an idea, I'm like, yes. And it's mainly softcore, if I'm honest. It's not very, you know, OTT, but you have to like be careful with some of the stuff you posted. Hi! Oh, you like the outfits? Thank you. Channeling my D&D baby today. I'm very excited to play her later. The little mermaid boss. But the boy is taking over. Like, he is a blessing. The curse of the request streams. He's a blessing. I'm just gonna get music that is not Minecraft, because, you know, we've experienced that before. I'm not gonna do that one. I'm just gonna replay the Animal Crossing one, because I've not had an issue with the Animal Crossing one. It was the other stuff. You got to join the Patreon. Ah! Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, you're just in time for this month's rewards as well. Thank you so much. Oh, you're all being so lovely. Oh, you make me cry. I get so emotional, baby. Right, okay. So what did you draw during your streams? Very suggestive dragons. Oh, Mariah, anytime. There is something I actually did want to bring up while I'm on stream. Stream food. The next stream food. I mean, I have snacks for D&D later. I need some of these fruit pastels. Look at this. Fruit pastel. Although the bottom of the bag burst, but fruit pastels, baby. I didn't prep. I need to prep. Oh my god, Vatra, that's happened to me. Where I'm like, oh, yeah, I've got everything ready. I've got my assets. No, I haven't. Or you're mid-session, and then they decide to do something that you didn't have planned for that session, and you're like, yeah, let's just go on a 10-minute break. No, wrong one. So yeah, if you are new to the Patreons, guys, before I'll get on that in a sec. If you're new to the Patreon and you want to see some of the previous rewards or download some of the previous rewards, if you just type in like Patreon pack, it will show you all. It will give you all the digital rewards for previous packs as well. It's one of the coolest things about, like, even if you join at a later date, you don't miss out on rewards. I need to turn this around slightly so I can do the face. So yeah, a thing I do want to point out, if anyone ever has like GoFundMes or anything that they do want to get promoted or anything like that, or a cause that they believe that needs a bigger shout out, like, just DM me or anything like that, because I understand that, you know, sometimes you need even a share is better than nothing, let's be honest. Is there a way to access it? Yes, there is. So you just type in Patreon packs and it will give you a if you type in Patreon packs, it will give you all the digital rewards, so you can just download them. And it's the same with like the zines that are on there. You can just download them as you go ahead. Self-love ecstasy. And the reason why I bring that up is because I did recently share up on my social medias a GoFundMe for a friend, and this isn't something that the friend has actually put together. It's run by an artist called Kadora. Trigger warning, animal death. Unfortunately, they had to put down their cat recently, and it's left them with a big amount of vet bills. And when we were talking on like ideas on how we can help, we decided that a GoFundMe would be best, because the girl hasn't asked us. We just decided to do it because at the end of the day, you know, it's rough going through anything like that. And it's the same if like anyone needs something like that, just message me, because it's important, and I'll try my best to share what I can. I feel like he needs a leg sticking out, just like pour some syrup on me. I don't want to make it too suggestive, you know. I want it to look like they've just come out of the bottle. I mean, we're drawing the buttery boys. It's gonna get, you know, there's like syrup, mermaid, hair, flip. Like the lines are all going like this. The dragon's hand in the air. Yeah, it's like, wow. I mean, we could do it where it's a leg. I mean, maybe it would be best if like the paw was back, like the hand like this backwards, because then it looks like they're like leaning backwards, sort of. And then like a little foot out like this, and then it's like woo! Oh my god. Because if you're doing the throwback motion, you tend to like put your arms behind you, so yeah. Anyway. His heart sticky sweet. Oh god. So how did you get banned off YouTube? I was drawing syrup dragons. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've seen someone draw. On YouTube, mind you. It's not the worst thing I've seen people draw. Alright. This is my life. Next. We talked about a flower object CAD. It would be, if you were to do that. No, because it's more about the head motion being thrown back. I mean, we could do it where the leg isn't out. Because if they're... The whole stream is going to turn into butter dragons. Because say if you've got like a... Say it's a jar of syrup. You know, like this. Or like if you just had like syrup being flat like this. Because I imagine like their bodies are like goo almost, where you can like it will squash and stretch and stuff like that. So you could have it like where sometimes they don't even have legs, they're just like a melting puddle on the floor. It's just like a head and arms being like yay. Like it's just like God, it is just gonna turn into a butter dragon stream, isn't it? Like to say like it's melted on the ground and you just have like a little... I can't stay up much longer. I've got to drive an hour round trip to feed... Oh my lord. Well, no, I just appreciate having you here. I can't believe this sketch. These discussions. Yeah, I mean, it's like the logic behind it. It's like, yay. We're talking about like dragons that are literally made of like syrup and butter. Like, he's a melty buddy on the floor and like... Hi Sarita! You've joined us at an interesting time. Yeah, they were. Just a puddle on the floor with head. It's just a head on the floor. Right, okay, I think we've drawn enough butter dragon now. Right, okay, let's drawings make me hungry. Oh god. I'm sure it's not me eating food. Okay. I've never done one of these before. Well, it's a flower head. Afternoon to you! Yeah, I hope you've got a good podcast for that hour-long drive. Liliana. It's evening. Good evening. Good afternoon, good evening, guten morning. Oh, it's guten Tag. Discord doesn't let you send it anyway. Ugh. I think it's like they should. It sounds really silly, but I don't know many people that use Discord on the computer unless like they're streaming through it or like they're having conversations through it. As in. 7 AM. Oh, good morning. What kind of flower should it be if it's a flower head? The flower heads remind me of Tucker and Bert. If you haven't seen it, Nightwish. Ooh, interesting. I've not listened to that band in so long. I just started to figure out what the Mighty Nine's handwriting. Ooh, that's interesting. Holy smokes! I love that idea. I don't know why your arm's so small. Let's change that. It's not a bad arm, it's just small. Oh, it's a liar. Ooh. And me and non-English not knowing the difference. Okay, so afternoon goes between the hours of 12 and 6 p.m. Evenings tend to start after about 8 p.m. So like basically afternoon is from when like it goes from your noon, it's after noon, and then evening is like from about 6 p.m. onwards. It's from like where your night goes into like where it goes into night time, so you're going into your evening. But for me it's weird because a lot of people say it happens after 6 p.m. but I'm like for me always if 8 p.m. sounds right. I don't know. Seen him live, seen him again. If it doesn't get posted, okay, we'll do a tulip since you suggested it first, honey. I haven't drawn a tulip in so long. Let me get my reference up. The last band I went to go see live was Panic at the Disco. No, it was just before Comic-Con. We went to go and see Ninja Sex Party. That was the last gig I went to. Afternoon is bright and evening is dark. Yeah, so like evening is like the time that you know, it's like nighttime, so that's your evening. Oh my god, I've got lipstick all over this pen. No, it's expensive, this pen. Yeah, so afternoon is like after 12 p.m. and evening typically starts between like 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. but it's just like it's for your nighttime. And then there's a whole difference between dinner and supper. Dinner is there's like lunch and dinner. Technically they're not the same thing, because lunch is what you have like in the middle of the day, and dinner is what you have like, you know, late afternoon / evening. Supper is meant to be like an evening snack kind of. Joining us for supper, which is like a very, very late meal. And I think the difference between like dinner and supper was like for a very late meal, whereas like dinner was just sort of like, you know, tea time. Hi, CV. Welcome. Oh my gosh, so many of you lovely, jubbly people today. It's so good to see you all. Hope you all are having a handy dandy time. I've been to a singular concert. It was in Kansas. 6th grade, isn't it? Ooh. So I've been to a lot of gigs. I've been to a lot of concerts. I have seen Green Day. I've seen Muse. I've seen God, trying to think now. I've seen so many people, my brain's going blank. An English class in high school were told that dinner is the main meal of the day. So if your main meal is around noon, that would be your dinner. You'd have supper, aka a lighter evening meal. Oh, hell yeah! You love the outfits. Thank you. I'm channeling my D&D character today. A supper to me, like, yeah, so like, supper is like a late meal, I would say. Would you join us for supper? Her name is Tulula. And the first rule of thumb. I don't know where I'm going. That's my drink. I want my drink. 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 Like Kansas as in the classic rock band. I've never heard of them before. CV, there is a massive list of characters to get through. I will try and get to it. I can't guarantee. We have a list currently of 25 things to draw. Hello, the gaming. You can't. You literally said hello just as I'm like eating. If I get time, I will get to it. I can't guarantee though. Just because we've already got so many. And I think the biggest portion was taken up during a buttery boy. It was taken, a bigger chunk of my time was taken up. I will for okay. If I get time, I will. Because after the stream, I'm gonna chill out for a bit before I play D&D tonight. I'm so excited to be playing more Dungeons and Dragons. It makes me so happy. Yeah, so you're not too late, Io. Don't worry. Or is it Io or Low? Takes me back to watching Lord of the Rings with breakfast and second breakfast. Yes. I just see it as confirmation. Ah, it's cool. There's a filter that's on TikTok where it can animate photos, and artists have been trying it out to see if it animates like their art, and it doesn't work for a lot of mine. But then every now and then it does work, and I'm like, oh. Hello, August. Oh, carry out my way. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I love that song. Carry on now. That's all I'm gonna do. It's an I. Okay. Take rest and take care. Oh, thank you, honey. I'm like stuffing my face with like fruit pastels right now. Let's draw a lichen child. Okay. That's next. Well, I say it's next on the list. Ooh, lichen is fun. Let's do you. I'm thinking like a dryad, which is fun. Okay, so we're just gonna get our quick reference, well, shape down. I recently started playing D&D with my friend, and I'm having great fun with it. My character is a changeling ranger called Estelle. Ooh, that's so cool! That's amazing! Holy smokes! Favorite art medium? I have a few. If I had to like choose one, it would probably be like alcohol markers because it's one that I've been using the most. But I really like watercolors. Playing around with gouache a lot lately. It's fun. What are the regulations on sharing nightmare bugs from hell on Discord? It's the boss I designed for today's session. Ooh. See, I personally don't mind, but I don't know how other people feel about that. If you do have, if you're able to, if you can put it as a spoiler, just saying like trigger warning for those who are sensitive with bugs, that's absolutely fine. Or if you just put up on a Discord, say anyone mind, like is anyone okay with that? I don't think they mind too much, especially in the D&D section, because I don't think we really mind too much in the D&D section, but sometimes. Dino riding halfling. Dino riding halfling! Oh, that's so cool. Let's give them a little elf first. Because I can imagine like someone who is made of lichen, which is such a cool concept, by the way. Oh, thank you, August. This would make more sense if we were colouring, but we're not colouring today, so. Dino Halfling Druid. Druids are the best. I love them. That's why it was so easy for me to think of like doing a druid, because I know them, and I'm like, I've already got the spell cards, I've already got like all the reference stuff that I'm gonna need. I'm just gonna go ahead with it. Go and enjoy your dinner, honey. Mwah. We're having a nacho night. I'll post it in D&D Market as spoiler just in case. That's no problem at all. I'm all up for seeing eldritch horrors. It's what I terrify my pet players with every single week. They found out some interesting stuff this week. So in my campaign, the Salty Sailors, they live in a world, in a continent called Amalgia, and Amalgia is a mix of different races, different cultures, and all sorts of things. Some are more interesting than others, but the big bad of the campaign is one called Verusadan. Verusadan, also known as the Chained Oblivion. It was a while ago that I kind of came up with a concept, and then it got mentioned in Critical Role, and I was like, damn it! And we have this often joke that Matt Mercer might be in my brain sometimes, because our content when we're playing is eerily similar, and it's like, ooh, ooh. But yeah, but anyway, but in my idea of the Chained Oblivion is almost like a parasite that goes from realm to realm, like trying to get the magic energy and like sapping like the world from magic, until they consume everything that's on that realm and move on to the next. And they've just recently found out that the person that was blamed for all of this was just a puppet in the big plan. And like they were like, how long have you been planning? I was like, it's been there since the beginning. It's been there since the beginning. And like I've hinted at it a few times. And they're like, holy, oh my god, man. So yeah, last session was fun. But last week I played Isabella. Yay! And we had a lot of fun during that session. So basically we were tasked by the mayor to find out who's been defacing his billboards and slandering his name. None of us really want to do it because we kind of think that the mayor is a bit of a jerk, and like he has corrupt ties with a few things, so we kind of feel like, you know, sort of feel a bit icky about doing it, but there's not much we can do. At the end of the day, we have to do this because we kind of miffed him off from our last like sort of thing, from our last case, because we managed to get stuff printed in the newspaper for the missing child, when he didn't want that information being put out. So we did that, and now we have to do this thing for him. So while the case is going, 2 of them go up on a stake out, and the rest of us decide, do you know what, let's have dinner at Isabella's house. So while we're having like proper, you know, in Beetlejuice, where they're all like doing the dance number around the table. By the way, Isabella's house is sentient, so it wouldn't be too far from the truth. So we're absolutely getting wasted in my flat, right? Absolutely getting hammered. None of us notice our phones, and it's pinging as they're chasing the suspect. They found the suspect. It was a couple of teenagers. And it turned out that they had been told that throughout their everything, that there was their problems. Like, one of the kids, their parents died in a mysterious house fire. Sounds very familiar to Isabella's story. And this guy convinced him that it was the mayor. Oh, your dad died in a freak car accident, and the mayor was behind that. And they were just ramping up because they wanted people to pay attention and these cases to be like looked at and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, they're just a couple of kids. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. His legs are too big for a kid. The whole thing's too big for a kid, let's be honest. But no. And like, so we solved that case, and like it was really I'm obviously paraphrasing here because I'm not looking at my notebook and all that, but oh, it was so cool. How to get your family to play something similar to D&D without going to the confusing details? Right, fall into weirdness. I have the answer for you. We recently acquired a board game called The Adventure Begins, which is basically a really condensed version of Dungeons and Dragons. Another version that you can do is another board game called Munchkin. Munchkin, I think, is a little bit more complicated, but essentially you have your stats, you have your race, you have your class, you have your armor, and you're going through dungeons and you're knocking down doors to be able to get, you know, things. And these are really good introductions to Dungeons and Dragons, and if you have younger children as well, they can be much more understandable towards it. I would recommend these games for like ages 8 and up, probably, because Munchkin can be quite complicated. But Adventure Begins is a really good game, and it's done by the people who do Dungeons and Dragons. Wizard of the Coast, I think. I haven't started the campaign with a few people, and actually, any tips for DMing? Sorry, I just put food in my mouth. Okay, that was really loud. I'm so sorry. So for the first time DM, I will say this: your players might not do anything you've planned that session, and that's okay. So what I do is I have a bunch of scenarios that play out, and if the players don't interact with them, that's absolutely fine. That interaction happens without them, and they'll hear it later on. So have a few story hook points that they can totally use, and if they want to go and find out more about that, that's absolutely okay. So for an average session, I will plan 3 scenarios that may happen. What will happen if they did this? What will happen if they did this? And what happens if they did this? I also have like NPCs and that, so you build a very loose story. Build your main plot hooks as well as your BEG of that campaign. Big evil, good god, gilly, whatever. BBEG. I don't know what they call it. Big bad evil guy. For that campaign, and like think about the scenarios of how would that character's name come up organically? Why are they together? Like, think about those sort of things for your campaign that you do want to do, and then sort of go from there. There's lots that you can do that can make a campaign really interesting, but most of the time I find that the players sort of take the story along. And if they're absolutely procrastinating, put something in front of them that you can totally use against them. For fun sessions, I like to do like because I've done a few sessions where they've just been absolutely stupid. One of them, I did a beach party where they got to do like a talent contest, and that was a really fun way for them to sort of like break up from all the tension that they've been dealing with. They've had a lot of like really difficult moments. Give them a beach episode, right? It's fun that way. Remember, the players shape the story as much as you, the DM, are like sort of, you know, taking them through it. I find that I will do a rough outline, and if the players don't take that plot line in that game, that is absolutely fine. We can try it another day, or that plot point just won't happen. It's like herding a bunch of cats. It doesn't always go your way, trust me. But the players shape the story as much as you make the story. If the player has a deep and tragic backstory, use it against them. But for the first session, for example, for my first session, we had a session 0. And the session 0 was for them to get to understand, because they're in a pirate setting, how the mechanics of the ship worked. And for session 1, what I did was I had them control the ship. I had them to try and get to land, and that was their entire first session. And it was the mechanics of understanding how a big part of their story was going to work. It helped them. Once they were on land, they had to fix the ship because stuff went wrong and they needed to fix it. Dungeons and Dragons, it is a free game because it's a game of imagination. But if you want the modules and the books, you are going to have to pay for it, unfortunately, because I have 4 of these books, by the way. This is your player's handbook. This contains all the information you know on how to play the game. This is your Dungeon Master's Guide. This is the guide that you will loosely follow for when you're playing D&D. This will give you information on how to create story plot points, on the basis of rules of the game, and it will really help you when you are building NPCs and all that. There's also the monster manual, which I don't own a physical copy of, but I do own a digital PDF version of. And there are modules which you can buy as well, which I own. The Baldur's Gate Descent into Avarice. I also own Curse of Strahd as well, and I have the Tal'Dorei campaign setting. Which I will be getting the new I'll be getting a new one as well, because I've got to pre-order that soon as well. I like the pose on this one too. And like, so like it's as long as you've got the free core books, you can do anything. But you don't necessarily need those books to be able to play the game. You can get a subscription to something like D&D Beyond, and you'll be able to get most of your information through there, or good old Reddit, and there are tons of videos out there. Might I recommend some fantastic videos? Joe Cat does some phenomenal ones. It's like an idiot's guide to D&D in different classes, and it's fantastic. He explains it in a really fun, animated way. Like, if we could do like a stream where we could watch them all, I totally would. But no. But those videos belong to them. There are also like videos and tutorials and everything. If you do want to get into playing D&D by yourself. I think the arm behind looks better actually. It adds that sort of like really fun pose. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kavindri. I really need to re-dye it actually. All that, so it's looking a lot blonder than it should do, which I'm not too impressed about, if I'm honest, because the hair dye, I literally dyed my hair like 2 weeks ago. But no, it's just back in a little half pony. Hello, Kavindri. Do you hope you're well? We just went onto a Dungeons and Dragons talk where, you know, there's 3 main topics in this stream. That always happens. Dungeons and Dragons, food, and inappropriate topics. And of course, Dungeons and Dragons story times are always fun. But if you're after being a DM, and if you ever do want to be a dungeon master for your own campaigns, I will say it is a lot of work. Why do I do this to myself? It is a lot of work. I make all my own maps, and for those that I don't make, I get them. I will get them off people's Patreons. And like for art in the game, for the characters, if I don't draw them, I use something like Picrew so that they can get a visual representation of what the character looks like. The hardest thing has been trying to make sure that all the story makes sense. You want your loose bases of the story, and then you can build up the world and the realm through that. D&D is create a story and have fun with your friends. Yeah, exactly. It is a huge thing. You are literally having fun with your friends. Is it really a Sophie stream if there's no casual in it? I know, right? You're all delinquents. Think, not on my Christian Minecraft server, guys. Not on my Minecraft. I just showed my age there. Oh dear. Do you know those days where like you are trying to be creative but you know it's not going to turn out as like you're trying to be creative and you're having fun being creative, but at the same time you're also like very aware of it's taking you longer to do things because you're getting heavily distracted. That's me today. Sometimes in game DM I just like the yeah. Oh, I do that. So these are my written like sort of check notes. So I have, when they're on the boat, there are 4 things that I have them do for. I have them check for weather, and then depending on the weather is depending on whether or not they're going to have something stupid happen that day with an interaction with the ship, or whether or not they're going to have an encounter. So what I do is I let them roll, then I'll roll a d2 to see whether or not it's going to be a interaction that happens or an so like something silly happens, like say for example one of them was a frat boy ship that they eventually raided, and they had a great time raiding it, which was quite concerning. But you know, they're pirates, what can I say? Or we will do the weather checks. Say for example, if it's a really stormy day that day, what we'll do is I'll have them roll to get the ship under control, to control it, and that will be their entire, like say, day of traveling of trying to control the ship in a storm. So I make them roll for that, and I have a table that I've made for ship encounters, just because it makes them feel, it's more about interaction for everyone, and just makes it more fun, if I'm honest. This child is looking like a Greek god, and I'm here for it. The thing is with D&D, it's a storytelling game. You make a story and they go through the narrative and they play and interact with the story. So I feel like the players are just a big part of the game as the DM is. I don't really like to, I don't railroad my players unless we have like an interaction that needs to happen. Like I'm going, okay, you can do that another time, but now this is happening because it's on this day. Or say for example, right now they are underwater and they are completely like, they have all their interactions are underwater, this, that and the other, and they've spent 3 days in this archive under the sea, like getting information. They've spent 3 sessions here, so they said that they wanted to go to the temple next. So instead of having them travel to the temple and fast traveling that by making them do a few rolls next session to see what happens before they get to the temple. Mainly because I want them to get to the temple so that they can have those interactions there, because they've already spent, I think, 7 sessions in this underwater city, which is absolutely fine. Like I am all here for it. I think it's fantastic. Like it's like very puzzle based. You think of the water temple in Legend of Zelda, and like and so we do that, and it's just a lot of fun, really. So that's the only type of railroading I really do, where I'm like, you know, you guys, you want to do this, and I know how long it takes you to get to there, so we're going to fast travel this sort of section. Or I'll be like, okay, the festival's happening today, this event is happening, you have no choice about it. I'm not like, no, you're not allowed to do that. It's more like, okay, you can try and do that, but this event is happening. Okay, that's a Lightning Child on. We are slow today. Prickles in a taco hat. Mainly because I just want to draw my boy. Let me get a taco hat reference up. You know, I literally have them vote. Ooh, that's cool. Thinking of making up a D&D, since I like to draw people that many years, plus I've never played before. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is about D&D is the book is there as sort of like a guide. It's a guide. It's there for you to have your own adventures in and sort of go from there. Now, when you say taco hat, are you meaning this type of taco hat where like you break the hat off to make tacos? Or are you saying like a taco hat that's like an actual taco? Oh, of course, Avalisa. I'll send that to you. It's very sketchy, but I'll send that to you. Do 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 do. Because here's the thing, people are always, and I mean always, looking for a DM. Because I will say, you being a player and not knowing what's happening is very exciting, right? Because you're playing in a story and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's like, ooh, like it's so cool. I'm gonna make him munch at taco. Tacos. I'm making him have some nachos because I love nachos. Anyway, but no, like, You can create a story, and like, people are always after a DM. But the only problem is with being the DM, you sometimes don't get to be the player, and that's why I've recently joined a few campaigns so I can be the player, which is a lot of fun. He likes the taco hut. He would like some. The salsa's coming through the gap. What do you do when you have to order everything for a con a week beforehand? I feel like something is going to drop. When you have everything in order. Right, okay. So, I actually... It's been a while since I've done a con. In fact, it's been... My last convention was November 2019. Let that sink in for a hot second. There's prickles in a taco hut. Anyway, God, it's been such a long... It's been a while. It's been such a long time since I did a convention. It makes me very sad that I haven't been at a convention since then. But what can I say except you're welcome. But I always have my stuff prepared before a convention, like way before a convention. That's fine, Shelby, don't worry. What I do is I do checklists, and I go through that checklist. And if you feel like something's not right, you can go through that checklist and double check things. It'll make your life so much easier. What to do next? My brain is not working. I'm having a bad brain day. We got distracted by sexy dragons. What's a rutabaga? Oh, it's a turnip. It looks like a turnip. It looks like a turnip. That's a really cool idea. First time selling in a convention. Make a checklist of everything you need. Make a checklist of everything you need. You are gonna want... Let's just get the roots down for this. Roots. First things you are gonna need. You are gonna want a... oh my god, my brain! Please, work! Right. You are selling at a convention. Congratulations, you've booked your first convention. It's super exciting. I'm really, really proud of you. You've taken the first step. Alright? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to outline what you want on your table. You want your table display set up, and you want your pricing points. Two very key things. Make sure you have your pricing points before you even turn up at that convention, because it makes your life so much easier. I print all of mine, and I have all my, I laminate all of mine, but I have a laminator, so I can do that. You know, it doesn't exactly... I got it given to me for Christmas. It's fantastic, love it to pieces, but I digress. Pricing points not only help a person understand how much your stuff is up on your table, but it means that when you turn up and you're like, oh god, I need to price everything. Pricing really helps a customer understand how much your stuff is. It means that they don't have to ask you how much something is. I see a lot of people do this where they don't put pricings on item, and as someone with social anxiety, pricing points really can help a person go, oh, I have the money for that, I can get that, that's fantastic. Really helps a person understand. You're also going to want your change. make sure you have change. And if you don't have a cash box, make sure you have something that you can put money safely in. Two options can be, I personally have a cash box, but a cash apron. It's fantastic. It means that you can wear it around you, and it means that you can also feel very, very comfortable in it, you know, being on your person. You don't have to worry about it getting stolen or anything like that, because guess what, it's on your person, and then you can hand it off to someone. Optional, a cash machine. It's not a cash machine, a card machine. This is something that you can invest in after you've done a few conventions, but a card machine is really, really helpful, because a lot of people actually don't carry cash on them anymore. They actually pay on card. So something to be able to take a card payment is very, very helpful. I use the PayPal card machine because everything goes directly to PayPal. But there is fantastic machines up there. There's the IZ tool, the SumUp, and other things. Also for your tips, as well as that, take a tablecloth. So many places aren't going to provide a tablecloth. If you can, make sure it's fire retardant, because they are going to need that. Yes, it is a word. Retardant basically means something that is resistant, or fire resistance, okay? Something that can resist quite a few places actually do have that as a requirement. If you have tablecloths, you need them to be this. Table setup. Let's talk table setup. You're going to want height. Main reason being, I have it. I will have my stall, and there will be a crowd of people at my table, which means people walking past cannot see what's on my table. That's why I build up. I use grid cubes. I could do I've done videos on this. I've even done like podcasts on my Patreon as well, where I've talked about like a full breakdown of what you should do. I actually think for one of my podcasts, when I want to bring some of my art friends on so we can actually properly discuss and like fit tips that we can give, because we've all done the convention scene here in the UK. Up. You don't want things flat on your table. Get them up. And I know people have those flip through books. They are handy, but personally, I put them all up, pull them up, because it's easier for someone to point and go, I want that, than you have two people wanting to go through a book and they can't both go through the book because someone's already flicking through it. It's really difficult without actually physically showing you my table. Theme your table. It helps sell. Subconsciously, my table, the way I set my table up is I have my tables look like a little greenhouse, and the reason why I do that is because that's the aesthetic that I have on my table, and it's the aesthetic that I sell at my table as well. And it's also a psychology thing as well. Sorry, this is really difficult to like actually talk about without going through and like making clear, precise points, because it will make your life so much easier for me to make clear, precise points. We've talked about, you want a flow when you are at your table, because you always want to be able to break, like if someone comes up to you and it's like 20 quid or like $20 and you don't have any change for that, that's a potential lost sale. Goblin Corp, that's the thing. If you've got an aesthetic for your table, sell for your table, but don't like, I see some people like they completely overdo it for aesthetic and it doesn't make the art stand out. You want your art to stand out on the table. It's why I'll have like all the decorations around my table, but then like the panels that the art is sat on is black, because it makes the artwork pop out. They're just shoe organizers from Amazon. That's all they are. And it just helps prop up the table, makes it nice, makes it spry. Height helps. It really, really helps. I can't stress that enough, because if you're at a convention and there's a sea of people, you want your table to be recognizable without anyone like knowing who you are. Snacks and drinks, very important. We often at the conventions, we will bring in like massive 2-litre bottles of water, because 9 times out of 10 you ain't getting away for several hours. You want snacks because the food is going to be so expensive at a convention. So expensive. Sandwiches are a really good shout. We also have like snacking like peanuts and like crisps and stuff, because I'll get so busy at a convention I'll forget to eat. So it's something like maybe even a protein bar can really help. So because at a convention, obviously it isn't really shown here, but at a convention I'm doing commissions while I'm talking to people, while I'm selling, because I'll have my partner, I'll have my friend with me helping behind the scenes at a convention, because I need a helper while I'm at a table now. I've gotten to that point where I will, like, some hours we won't get any sales, but then sometimes we'll be doing like 4 or 5 sales at once, and it can get very complicated very quickly. Another thing, business cards. Business cards! Or business postcards, or business like bookmarks, something with your name on so that people can find you. One of the things that it's not a pet hate, it's more like a frustration, is when I see a really cool artist. I'll stop by and I'm like, oh, your table is beautiful, but then on the table it doesn't have their name clearly displayed on the table at all. So at the conventions I have 2 banners on my table. I have a banner at the top that says Sophiralou, and I have a banner at the bottom that says Sophiralou. And this is so, like, if you're at a distance you can see my name, if you're close up you can see my name. And all my business cards have where you can find me, and my social medias as well. And I make the business cards look really pretty on one side because it's what people pick up. Sometimes have several designs of business cards because, hey, people like that, and you can get fairly cheap ones. So, it's your first time selling at a convention. Few things you need to make sure: snacks, water, make sure you got a float, make sure it's something to put your money safely in. You're going to want points of sale, POS, so to speak. You're going to want your name on something so that people can see it. And if you're not able to get business cards, have a sign up that people can take a picture of, or even have a QR code on so that people can directly get to something to follow you. This helps drum up followers. It also helps drum up support, and it means when a person goes back they go, oh yeah, that person. That's why business cards, I think, really, really important. So you don't know what to sell? Here's 3 easy things that you can sell that do not have a high price point, and do not have like a high budget behind them. Prints on average, depending on where you get them from, can cost anything between like 30p to like £2 to print, depending on where you get them from. Sometimes even more than that, depending on where you print from. And in America, depending on where you print from, yet again, it can be. And my recommendation is to try and find, if you can't print by yourself, try and find a local printer that you can print with, because 9 times bigger places require a higher minimum quantity order, or like I think it's MQP, which is minimum quantity production, and this is essentially like the minimum they require before they can print your order. We're not getting through any of these drawings today, guys. I'm really sorry. We've been chatting so much. Brain. So a local printer is less likely to have, like, say, 100 per item minimum quantity. Because, like, if you order, I know in America there's a company called Cat Print that you can order with, and they have like a specific minimum quantity that they want you to order. When I order my washi tape, they are minimum quantity of 50 per design. So I have to sell a certain amount to be able to make the cost back on making that product. When it comes to pricing, and I've said this hundreds of times, do not underprice yourself. If something costs you £1 or $1 to make, don't be charging $2 for that, because you're barely making it right. So you want enough to cover the cost of the product. So say it's cost you $1, that's minimum one. All right, and that's not making any profit. That's just covering the cost of the item itself. What you want to do is double that, and then double it again. So then you have enough cost of the product to cover, say, the item being made and the item being made again, and then profit on that product itself. The profit on the product itself is going to be something that actually covers not only the cost of making the product, of printing the product, but covers a little bit of cost of you actually, you know, putting time into making the product. I see it happen all the time where people are like, well, it only cost me 30p to print, and you're selling it for 50p or 50 cents. That doesn't, you're not making money off that. You want to be able to sell less than a third or a quarter of that product to be able to make your money back before you start even getting into profits. So the way I tend to price things up is I look at, okay, how much did it cost me to make? And then after breaking that down, I go, okay, so it costs, I paid X amount, say I ordered 50 products and it cost me £80 to make, okay? That's £80 divided by 50, which is around about £40 that you would have to... Wait, that math is so wrong, I'm so sorry. Okay, so it's 80 divided by 4, so 80 divided by 5, which is 1.7 something, I believe, right? And then divide that by 5 again. Oh, one sec. The way I normally do it is to divide it by 10 and then divide it by 5. Okay, so it's not divided by 5, and then 8 divided by 5. How much is that again? It's roughly just, it's over £1. It's like £1.70 something. It's like £1.75. I'm trying to do maths on the top of my head and my brain is melty. Ignore me. Okay. So it costs you roughly, say, around about £1.60 to £1.70 per product to actually make that product, and you've got 80 of that unit. So I'd be like, okay, so I want to charge enough so that I can not only cover the cost of the product itself, but being able to make more of the product. But I only want to make my money back on a small portion of this product, so if the rest of the product doesn't sell, then you haven't made a loss from making or selling that product. Does that make sense? A lot of shop talking at you right now. And that's the same that goes for Etsy. So when you are when you're pricing up your product, you also want to include fees into that as well, which is a pain in the patootie. Catching a stream, no, we're doing maths. We're doing maths because I'm talking about like profit margins for like if you're selling at conventions. Okay, so you've got your product, you've got your pricing, you've paid for your table at the event. You now need to understand the minimum money that you need to make to be able to break even on that convention before you even make profit. So say the table costs you, I don't know, 100 quid, $100. So you got to factor that in mind, and then you got to factor the costs of travel. Let's say you've spent around about $40 quid, $40 on that, and then you've got to say if you're staying overnight, you've got to factor that cost in, which normally, depending on where you're going, is around about £200 a night, and then that's just your costs of the event. Then you've got to make your products. So if your first time at a convention, the cheapest products that you can make would be prints and stickers. These are your two cheapest products that you can make. Hopefully that all makes sense. It's really difficult, like, it's one of those, I'm kind of flitting all over the place because I don't have like notes specifically out in front of me for like convention talk, because it is something that I know quite a bit about, and it's quite difficult to break it down without actually going through certain points. I mean, like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, and X, Y, and Z. Like, there's a lot of factors that go behind, like, thinking about doing conventions. It's a big money sink, and it might be time before you even start to see profit. But it's one of the best ways to get your name out there and to promote yourself. And like for conventions, even now I've made losses at conventions, and I've been doing it for a while. And unfortunately, it's sort of like a gamble, some of the events, and that's why I do a lot of the events where I know I'm okay with, if that makes any sense. That I've done for a while, so I know what I'm doing with it. I don't know. Hello, Marine. Hi. You join the stream and suddenly maps. Oh my god. Let's do the last thing. We're going to do a Dapper Badger. It was a very insightful. Thank you. I know it was sort of all over the place. It's quite difficult because it's sort of like it's very, very difficult to go through and like properly analyze it. I mean, I could do a video where I break it down properly, but it would be a while to film it because there is so much information that I would have to break down and try and make very what's the word? It's a lot of information that I'd have to like sort of like break down and try and make sure that I'm getting the correct information to you, because what might work for me might not work for you. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something like there's lots of things that can go through and not necessarily work. It's a pain in the patootie. Lots of notes taken. Oh, I'm glad that like it could be helpful to some people, even if my notes were all over the place. There's lots of things that you can do that would be like very, very helpful to doing conventions. But honestly, your best friend is research. Research, research, research. I'm going to end this note on a Dapper Badger. Let's draw a Dapper Badger. I'm up before 2 p.m. You woke up at 11. See, I've been awake since like 6:30 today. Which is really unusual for me. Because I don't sleep. But I did get a lot of sleep the day before. So it could be that. I don't know. It's terrifying and I love it. Conventioning is difficult. Yeah. Oh yeah, some events are not artist friendly. There's no reason. For no reason at all. You finish your sculpting. Oh, you're more productive than me. I barely did a page of sketches today. I think it's just a non-art day properly. Do, 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 do. Bake and possibly paint. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm letting the stream run over a little bit because we kind of started a little bit later and then we had to pause like halfway through because of technical difficulties. And then I've got to prep for D&D later. But I get to do my lovely Scottish wife. It's not that detailed. Lily, it's you. You're like the tiny detail queen. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like, we should just have a challenge called the Liliana challenge, where everyone has to like draw really small, like Lily. I think we should give him, if he's dapper, he needs a pipe, right? You drew the big boss. Oh. Oh, I'm getting messages. Oh, people on the Discord. What did you think of the song that I found? I loved it. Doo-doo. Hey, a crude map's better than no map, let's be honest. Let's have a look. Oh lord, you guys, oh, look at all these. Oh, right, we'll have to do, okay. Let's say next week, because this week I've really, the stream this week has just been a little, let's be honest, I did a lot more talking this stream than I did actual drawing. Next stream we'll do characters, like people's characters, and go through that, because I've just been looking through the stream memes there. And like, there's some really cute character designs there that I would love to sketch. So we can do that next. Side part to go with that. Like, how would we do a side part on a badger? I feel like he needs a monocle. He's got little bubbles. Can't demonetize me, YouTube. It's a bubble blower. Pop, 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 pop. Many interactive map is better. Yeah, a map is. Even if you just have a map that just has like plain background, it's like, oh, it's better than nothing. A hat is better. I felt like he needed a hat. Like, maybe a mustache? A mustache was needed. Look, oh, it's glorious. I imagine that he talked like that. The problem today is little Percy, like little. A little. Nah, I liked it better with no shine. Fancy boy. Yeah, so next week we'll do another sketch request stream, but I'll do people's characters next stream. Because this just ended up being a very chatty stream. Which isn't bad, but the whole point is we draw it together. It looks like he's vibing for a stock market crash. Money! Money! Oh, we did some fun things though. Drums, I feel like he'd have a newspaper rolled in. Okay, no, we'll just give him a newspaper here. We'll give him like a little newspaper, like, because they have these really, really cool like hands, which are like claws. And when they run, you can hear it, like the nails click clack. It's so cute. I love it so much. It would be like, this is his newspaper. It's like, maybe it's the daily, I don't know, daily money crash, the stock market. I don't know. Yeah, we've had some fun with this. I feel like we need to do something in that gap though. Okay, we will do. Yeah, object heads are interesting. I've never really done one before. The ones I always remember are the TV ones, where it's sort of like. Where it's like this, and they have like buttons here, and they're like sort of like. Reminds me of the song Echo. Oh, we need to draw a frog. Alright, one sec. Let's just draw like the most wall-eyed frog that we can. Dapper frog. Is he like best friends with like the dapper? Okay, well, dapper frog. He needs like a little suit. A little top hat. Look at this. Tiny glasses like this. I don't half draw some stupid things on it. He has a tie. He's wearing a suit, and he's like very displeased. We need to make him angry. Very displeased at the badger. He's like, why are you smoking that around me? He needs like a curly mustache. Oh my god, he looks like with the mustache, he looks like that villain that you see in like those railway, you know, where like someone's been tied to the railway. Nah, see? What have I done? I don't think the moustache works for this one. Does I? Ray spawned. Hello, Ray. He looks like he's about to slap the badger. You're mad, man. Oh god, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? My partner's going to ask me what I did during the stream today, and I'm going to have to show him this, and he'll be like, what is wrong with you? Oh dear. just like, preposterous. What is his face? I am having fun. Well, that's absolutely fine, Liliana. I mean, I've carried the stream a little bit longer, but I'll be ending the stream soon, if I'm honest, just because my brain is mush. But thank you so much for joining. This is my life. I'm drawing angry frogs. I feel like he needs really big eyebrows. Just like... Did you insult me? They're rival detectives! Lord Badgerton and Sir Froglord were caught in cahoots in battle today, as they fought over the next great detective. So yeah. Just an average stream. Oh my god, I kind of vibe with it, like, I'm not gonna lie. My brain is mush. Oh lord, that was a beautiful way to end the stream. Sir Froglord. We know that's the truth. It's one of those newspapers with big holes in it. Wait. They're both sat at a table and they're both just got the newspapers with the peepholes in, like. Like, the frog's got a smaller newspaper with eye holes in as well. And all you see is like their hats. Just both like this, sat at a table. Cups of tea. But like, this one's got the eyebrows. Oh no. Oh, that really got me. I just got back. Is that frog slapping the magic? Yes, it was. Oh god. Oh, I'm crying. It would make a great video game where you're rival detectives. Oh god. Oh. Need to collect myself so I can end the stream, because I really need to pee as well. They haven't even cut the eye holes in the picture, so it's just text like this. The picture's actually down here. News. Oh, the preposterous. Lord Badger. Okay, it's Badgerton Ribble. Wait. It's Lord I can't spell Badger. Badgerton. And it could be like Mayor Ribbit. Oh my gosh. Oh god, I'm losing it. Preposterous. Is Lord Badgerton. Did we call him like Ribble something? Sir Froglord and Sir Frog Lord of the Ribbing Town State. Of Lord Badgington of it needs like a house name. I don't know. Lord Badgington of Badgington Manor. Of something manor. It needs something manor. Borough Manor. Okay. It's Lord Badgington of Borough Manor and Sir Froglord of the Ribbington Estate. Oh no, what is my life? If we just like go to copy, I'm just gonna like get these. Like, we're just gonna put them on a separate thing because this is just stunning. Copied the wrong layer. Layer, copy. Snap! I need to do that. In the right layer. Layer, copy, layer, paste. And we can just put these on a separate page. Just to live in infamy. Money! I mean, just... Oh my god. The eyebrows are always showing. But no. For this one, he's always got his glasses on. No. The newspaper has a moustache. Oh dear. Alright, on that beautiful note, folks, is where we're going to end the stream. I can't thank you all enough for joining me and making me smile, and I know we didn't get a ton of art done today, which does happen from time to time, unfortunately. I really like a lot of the stuff that we put out, and just these two just chef's kiss. Thank you so much for joining the stream and even putting up with my technical difficulties earlier. Like, it means an awful lot. I'm now going to go and prep myself to go and play D&D. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, I'm glad you caught the end of it too. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. If you haven't caught this week's video, I recommend it. It's like honestly one of my favorite things I've done in a while, where we did some gouache citrus animals. I really love them and I can't wait to do more. I've actually ordered some more gouache so I can do some more of these, and I'm actually thinking that these are going to be prints in the next store update, which will be really cool. Next week's video, I haven't 100% decided on what I want to do. I know the week after will be the monthly vlog, but I haven't quite decided what next week's video will be yet. It might be a fun one. It could be a challenge. I don't know yet. Cool yourself down after this masterpiece. Look at it, chef's kiss. I think it's the best work I've ever done. I've peaked. I'm glad that it could bring some joyness to your it could bring some happiness to your Sunday. Next Sunday we will do another request stream, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be doing people's character sketch requests. I mean, it did take me quite a while to actually get into drawing today, so I'm hoping next week will feel a little bit better, so then we can get on with some of the sketch requests that were made with people's characters, because I felt bad that I didn't get around to that. Sometimes you just don't vibe with certain things for the day, and I could just tell I wasn't in the mood, which sounds really bad, but sometimes you just want to doodle some stupid things that make you smile, and I think we achieved that. Lord Badgerton, that's gonna get me. Anyway, have an absolutely wonderful week. Remember to look after yourself, keep being amazing as you are, and most of all, folks, you can say it with me, stay creative. See you next week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Yes, we will be doing that, Shelby. I just need someone to moderate the entire thing. But anyway,